18 years. That's how long an entire nation lived under brutal oppression. And when they cried out for help, God didn't send an army. He sent a left-handed man, not a king, not a giant, not a famous warrior, a man everyone would have underestimated. But what his enemies didn't realize was this: the very thing that made him different made him deadly. In the next few minutes, you're going to hear one of the most shocking and strategic stories in the Bible: a secret message, a hidden weapon, a locked door, and a daring escape that changed a nation forever. This isn't just history, it's a masterclass in turning weakness into victory. Stay with me. In Judges chapter 3, Israel is under the control of Eglon, king of Moab, a ruthless enemy who has seized their land and crushed their freedom. Scripture even describes him as a very fat man, a detail that will later matter shockingly. Israel cries out to God, and God responds, not with an army, not with a famous general, but with a left-handed man. His name is Ehud. In that culture, being left-handed was unusual and often seen as a weakness. Most warriors trained to draw swords with their right hand. Guards searched the left side of the body for weapons because that's where right-handed men carried them. But Ehud was different, and what looked like a limitation was about to become the strategy that saved a nation. Ehud crafts a double-edged dagger about a foot long. He straps it to his right thigh, the opposite side from where guards would normally check. Then he does something bold. He volunteers to deliver the annual tribute to King Eglon himself. Imagine the tension. Ehud walks into enemy territory carrying gold, silver, livestock, the spoils of oppression. Soldiers surround him. Moabite guards watch every move. One mistake means death. He presents the tribute, then he leaves, but he doesn't go far. At the stone idols near Gilgal, he turns around. He goes back alone. He tells the guards, "I have a secret message for you, O king." Curiosity overrides caution. Eglon dismisses his attendants. The room clears, the doors close. Now it's just Ehud and the king. Silence. Ehud steps forward and says, "I have a message from God for you." As the king rises from his seat, Ehud reaches, not to his left side where a guard would expect, but to his right thigh. He draws the dagger with his left hand, and he strikes. The blade sinks so deep that the handle disappears. Scripture describes it with raw detail. The fat closes over the blade. Ehud doesn't even pull it out. Then he does something even more remarkable. He locks the doors behind him, and he walks out calmly. Outside, the servants assume the king is relieving himself. The locked doors reinforce the illusion. They wait and wait and wait. By the time they finally unlock the chamber, their king is dead. Meanwhile, Ehud has escaped back to Israel, but he doesn't stop at survival. He blows the trumpet in the hill country of Ephraim and calls the people to action. "Follow me," he says, "for the Lord has delivered your enemies into your hands." Israel rises up. They seize the fords of the Jordan. They cut off Moab's escape. 10,000 Moabite warriors fall that day, and just like that, the nation that suffered for 18 years is free. The land has been at peace for 80 years, all because one man understood that what made him different made him dangerous to the enemy. Ehud's story is not just about assassination, it's about strategy. It's about courage under oppression. It's about how God can use what society sees as a weakness as the very key to victory. Left-handed, unexpected, unconventional. In a world that told him he was different, Ehud didn't try to become normal. He became decisive, and that decision changed history. So here's the question: what if the very thing you think disqualifies you is actually your greatest weapon? What if your difference is your strategy? What if your limitation is the reason you'll win the battle that others can't? Ehud didn't wait for perfect strength. He used what he had, and an entire nation walked into freedom because of it. That's not just a story, that's a blueprint.